Item number 9, we're going to wait a minute. We're going to have item number 11, which is the annual report from the Senior Citizens Advisory Board.
I think you all know who I am, but my name is Bill Goff, and I am the chair of the San Bruno's Senior Citizens Advisory Board. And you see a picture up there of just a few of the programs that we offer here, and you've already seen the programs that we offer here. And on this slide, you can see the fine-looking crew that we have. There's one person missing. I think I don't know whether she broke her arm or she hurt her arm, but she couldn't show up, and that was Ellen, so she's not here. She's not in that picture. But otherwise, that's the ones who decide a lot of the programs that we're going to do here. I'm not going to read all of the names because you wouldn't know who they are anyway. Here we have our welcoming desk, and you can see Judy sitting there just waiting for somebody to come in so she can answer their questions. And if you look above her head, you'll see a TV screen. And that TV screen was put up just recently, and it replaced the bulletin board that we did have up there. And it has all the programs and a lot of pictures they put in there that Leah does a great job with. And it also seconds as a watching the baseball game at night while we're having a meeting. The staff has answered, the staff answers 267 requests for information relating to insurance and food service sources, legal referrals, social services, health, and housing. And that is done, I think, mostly by Leah over here. Leah, everybody know who Leah is? Raise your hand, Leah, so I know who Leah is. Okay. And as you can see, there's a kitchen crew there. We serve 23,547 meals to seniors from last July 1st to June 30th. Now that's a lot of people eating here. And actually, it's probably some of them it's probably the only really nutritious meal that they get all day. A lot of them go home and maybe have a sandwich for dinner. So this nutrition program is really a helpful thing. We also have rides for, as you see, their little picture of our little senior citizen bus there, and it'll go around and pick up people in San Bruno and bring them down here who can't get here any other way. So it's had its problems once in a while, but right now it's in tip-top shape, so that's good. Now we go on to the nutrition program, which I'll read you this so a lot of you will understand what this is. The San Bruno Nutrition Site Council is a nonprofit organization which fundraises at the Senior Center through the delivery of bingo games. And of course, Thursday night they have bingo. I think Mr. Ibarra has worked up there a few times. I don't know whether Rico ever showed up, but he may have. And other fundraising activity, and they donate $100,000 annually to the support of the city's delivery of the nutrition and transportation programs. And you can see Freddys Cafe there, which I get my latte every morning. When I come in, I have my latte. So you ought to stop by and get a latte here. He does a real good job. We have Snapshot. This is a snapshot of the Senior Center's most popular programs. Well, the bingo. Now we have daytime bingo, but we also have nighttime bingo. We have bingo on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Thursday night. And you can see there's quite a few people in there. Line dancing is a big thing here. We have over 3,000 people that do line dancing every day, 3 times a week. We have a Zumba class, which is a little faster exercise class, which I don't do, but my wife does. Bocce ball, which has quite a few people there. We have bocce ball on Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. I know which days they are. You don't know. And we have hiking in the morning. If you want to come up here and go for a hike, you can go down the path, down to the park, and then hike all the way up to the top of the county park. That's a nice little walk. And we'll go on to volunteer program. Now, of course, most of you know the volunteer program because most of you have been here, most of the council members have been here for when we have our volunteer party, and you can see how many people show up, and that's not even all the people that volunteer. We have about nearly 18,000 hours of people who volunteer, and that's all the different programs. And if you see the picture, the woman on the right-hand side in the lower picture is the other board member who couldn't be in that original picture. Okay, we'll go on. Okay. This is accomplishments for the year. That's a big word for a little guy. I mean, collected and scanned and historical photographs and memorabilia provided by patrons and inclusion on the city's Centennial website. Now, I went down there and I helped drop some stuff in that huge box they had down there. And install the monitor. That's the monitor that I talked about earlier. And we're discussing the parking lot. We have a problem. Our parking lot has just so many handicap spots. And right at the moment, we're having problems with some of the people who complain because they don't have a handicap. They're all full, and they have to park way down, and it's a problem getting up here sometimes. So we're discussing that. And we purchase and install a new industrial refrigerator. I guess we were having trouble with the refrigerator in the kitchen. It was, every time you walked in there was a big puddle of water on the floor. So they finally broke down, and we got a new, beautiful refrigerator in there now. Ooh. And now we get to the goals of the coming year. And one of the big ones is, if you've ever walked out on the deck, it's kind of squeaks in a lot of places. And we had a fire out there a couple of times, so we eliminated smoking out there now. Pardon me. But they want to have a complete exterior deck replacement project. And then it says, conduct the facilities needs, I thought because it's up there, you can read it yourselves. Assemble to identify necessary improvements to the 30-year-old facility to be included in the capital improvement program budget for the fiscal year 2016-2017. So keep that in mind. This place is 30 years old now. It was here in 1985. Expand special event programs offerings, including delivery of safety presentations by the police and the fire department. And we had an excellent one done by the police department recently on scams, which we had about 20 people, I think, sit down on that. And we hope to see the fire department here to clue us in on anything that we should be kept up in. Research and offer activities for seniors which can be offered at the Veterans Memorial Recreation Center. Now what's happening is we're getting so many different programs here that we don't have enough room for some of them. And Mary has to try to figure out where she can put them and if we can put them. And so they're thinking about using the recreation center when it's available. And I think that is the end of my presentation. Any questions?
Any questions for Bill?
Don't you ask a question.
Bill, is this still the tops in the county?
What's what?
Top facility in the county still?
Oh, yes. We have people coming from Millbrae, a lot of people from Millbrae, a lot of people from South San Francisco, a lot of people from San Francisco come here because of this particular facility. It's really, well, look at it. You get beautiful view out the back all the time, and it's always friendly, and it's strictly for the seniors. Some, like Millbrae, they have a senior center, but it's, senior is part of the Millbrae Recreation Center, and so you'll find a lot of seniors don't like a lot of kids running around. Don't ask me why, but they don't. But,
I'm
so
not
this
gonna
is
say a
probably
word.
one of the best senior centers around.
Yeah, I
That's
think
it?
it's one of the busiest and best south of San Francisco, actually, so.
Yeah.
Thanks and kudos to
All
all
right.
your volunteers, and please pass our compliments on to your whole crew and your whole board. Thank you
Oh,
very,
yeah.
very much.
It's all the, I don't do too much. Most of it's done by these two young ladies over here. They do most of, all the hard work, and I just sit in and direct meetings.
Special thanks to
you
the
know,
two young ladies.
Something like the mayor, simple things.